So it's been a while since I've done consistent videos, and I can't say that that's necessarily going to happen. I'm also not coming on here to say I'm quitting doing YouTube or anything, because if anything, this has been my most supportive YouTube channel. I have my other one for photography, which pretty much has all the male photographers always giving me a hard time in the comments, and it's getting frustrating. But I tried to do that because I wanted to separate my personal page from my photography, because I knew most of you would not be interested in that anyway. You followed me for like the ballet content and things. And I've struggled with this for a while now. Like, I know you guys know I don't do as much ballet anymore. I'm lucky if I do it even once a week, if that. I have a whole ballet room that my husband and I put together while we put hard floor in. I still struggle with it because I struggle with the motivation of doing it by myself. I can't go to in-person classes. It's not in the budget right now. I also don't want to do like online Zoom classes. Like, to me, that's pointless. I've tried it before. It's like, if I'm gonna have someone teach me, I'd rather them teach me in person. The only other option would be to do like the free videos like Catherine Morgan's, or like the ones Tyler Peck used to do. And I just still can't seem to find myself getting motivated. So it's more on me than it is like the way I have to do ballet anymore. The other issue is my knees. As most of you know, especially if you followed me on Instagram for a long time, you know I have knee issues. I did go to what's it called? The knee specialist. I don't know, I can't think of it right now. I went to them this year, the doctor for that, and they sent me to physical therapy. They basically said, it's my skeleton. I was born this way, and my knee socket, it's the way it's built, it like pulls my kneecap out. And because I'm a dancer, I have overdeveloped quads, which are not helping that. It's actually like pulling it even more. So the way I've been taping my knees for the last few years was not really effective anymore. Wearing braces was hard because just my leg shape and size, and I kept having to pull them up. So went to physical therapy. I have great physical therapy exercises to do, but like doing physical therapy all the time was getting expensive, and my insurance doesn't really cover it. So yay. They said everything was getting better, like my strength was up, all these things, which is great. They taught me some new ways to tape my knees, which when I do that, my knees feel great. They don't hurt. The only problem is that then it pulls on my skin a lot, and I've got a lot of skin blisters from that. So it's kind of just like, if we're going to, like when we went to Disney World, I was like, I'll deal with the skin blisters because I need to be able to walk around Disney and not be in pain and not end up in a wheelchair like last year. So it was great for that. But it's not been a perfect fix. And then like, it's like, I kind of like in the past, like I always be like, okay, if I want to do ballet, I have to go tape my knees first. I have to do all these things first. And now I'm just not motivated to do that. But on top of that, I'm a little scared with my knees right now too, because like a few times when I thought I was doing great, I would go do some stuff and I just tweaked it just the wrong way. And then it would hurt for a few days afterwards. And I was like, so I've just been struggling a little bit with that too. But one of the things I've noticed, and I have to say, I've gotten frustrated in the past with other YouTube channels that I love that don't do the same type of stuff anymore, that they've grown through that. Whether it's Jade Billington, I used to love watching, doesn't do anything anymore, which I know she's gone through a lot. Freddie, my love, she doesn't really do YouTube much anymore, and her videos were like my comfort videos, and she really only does them every few months now, which is like, I'm like, oh. And Joe Allen, who is a photographer who I've always followed for Fujifilm and photo walks, he doesn't really do those anymore. He doesn't really post much anymore. And that's been hard for me to be like, oh, but those are my comfort videos. And now I'm realizing how you guys probably felt maybe with some of mine, because I know people want that same content back that I used to do. I understand where those creators are coming from now when they've had to say like, hey, I'm sorry that like my content is not going to be the same. Like I'm in a different stage of life. And like, there have been other people on Instagram who've said the same thing. And I get it more now than I used to, because I'm in that stage. And now that I've like thought that of other people, I'm like, oh, that's what I say too. So I'm not trying to like neglect this, or like, it's not that I don't love ballet anymore. Clearly I still have ballet stuff everywhere. They just released a Maria Talchief Barbie, like limited edition, and it looks amazing. And I actually asked my husband to get that for me for Christmas. I was like, I want to display it in my room. So I still love ballet, clearly. I just tried new point shoes, as you guys saw, which I'm still working through. I got I didn't show those. I got the like dance teacher sandals because they have a little bit of a heel on them, which actually kind of lift me a little bit. And it's kind of helped a little bit with doing bar at home. So, but I still do some ballet and I still get motivated. I get more motivated though to do photos than I do the actual ballet. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that like, Whereas my biggest passion for a long time when I was single was ballet. It was what I threw myself into with everything, and I still love it. I spend more time with my husband now than I do alone, so and I like that. That's not a problem. I love that. But my other thing is, like, with my photography business, as you can see, I have lots of cameras. Like, my photography business has become my main priority. And even if it's not the business, like, I love talking about photography and photography gear. If I just had people that wanted to go just do photo shoots all the time, just like fun shoots, like whether it's like ballet shoots or dress shoots, like things that I don't even have to get paid for, like I would love that. Even if I wasn't getting paid for those ones, because those are like the passion things for me now. So it's like my passions have kind of just shifted. It's not that I don't love ballet anymore. I just have a stronger passion right now for like photography. And that was always there before too. Like my lunch breaks used to be, when I was single, when I was still in the office, all those things, my lunch breaks were always watching like ballet point shoe video type things on YouTube, and occasionally a camera review, because I did have cameras then too. I was into photography. Now it's pretty much I always watch camera videos, and that's just where I'm at right now in my life. That's where my phase of life is right now. I enjoy capturing all those memories everywhere we go. And part of that is that I've gotten that little camera. I don't have that one right now. It's one of my Fujifilm cameras. It's on the other side of the room. And it's so small and pocketable that I take it everywhere and I make all these memories. And like, that's just become my new passion for me. As I think the difference too is like not being in a studio space, which I just can't do right now. There's also none near me that offer adult ballet classes. Like I would have to drive really far, and my driving anxiety has gotten really bad. So my husband would have to drive me really far. And that's just a lot to put on him. Like basically Cincinnati Ballet is the only option for me anywhere near me, because the other places are either the studio that I left, which I will not go back to, or the other one doesn't have adult classes when I can do them. They're only in the mornings and I work full time. So I just don't have that option. I can't afford to do it. Like a class every once in a while, and I do occasionally. It's just hard because then I have to like be like, okay, husband, can you drive me to this ballet class, because I can't drive myself there. I don't want to put that burden on him, even though I know he does not care. It's also why he's gone like, but didn't we build you this ballet room so you could do ballet? But he doesn't understand, because he's never been in ballet. He doesn't understand the difference of being in person versus just being at home alone. Heck, he didn't understand that when we were single, just about like I had a hard time being alone on nights where I didn't see him. And now he's understanding that, because he's learned he now does not like having alone time from me, which is very sweet. But it's just been hard to adapt, and it's not that I miss it either. Like sometimes I miss how much I loved ballet and got into it, but it's not that I'm missing it like, oh, I wish I could do it more. Only if I could do it like in class or be a nutcracker, which I know is not an option right now. So I don't know if this is all making sense or if I'm just rambling, but I'm trying to explain, because I don't want you guys to feel like I've just like left you high and dry. Like I will try and occasionally remember to film things. I'm better right now. I hate to say it. I'm a lot better at filming for TikTok, and even Instagram I don't do much anymore. It's pretty much TikTok, because it's so fast and easy for me to film and have everything in frame because it's vertical, and then just like upload it and it's there, and it's so quick and easy. So I do still post some ballet content and other content that you guys might like on mine, which it's ballet and ball gowns is the username. But it's easier for me to do short content rather than long content like this. I like doing this, but I have to really have ideas. I have to really set the frame up, because as you can see even right now, like I feel like I'm like in an awkward frame because I don't know what I'm doing with vertical stuff anymore or horizontal stuff anymore. But my whole point was just to say, like, I think my priorities have just shifted. I'm married now. I have a different, busier lifestyle, trying to run around to 3 different sets of parents all the time, see my siblings and people that I just don't see as much now that I don't live at home. Oh, I lived in an apartment before. I just basically lived at home because I didn't want to be alone. So I'm trying to do that. We go to a new church now that's further away, and I'm trying to get to know all these people and spend more time with my friends there, which has been great. I sing on the worship team, so that takes up time too. I do photography for them, which is great, but also takes up more time. And then work a full-time, very stressful job right now too on top of that. And then my photography business when I have the time for those too. So I think I've just worn myself out a lot, and a lot of times in the evenings I get off work and yeah, I could go up to my ballet room and do a class. It's just not motivating, especially when it gets dark at like 4:30. But also like that's not like I used to, where I would film things and stuff. Like I just don't feel that anymore. I used to get that motivation at like 10, 11 o'clock at night. That was 9 times out of 10 when I uploaded YouTube videos before, or at least filmed them. I'm in bed by 10 now. I just have a different like time schedule and things, and that's okay. I'm used to watching TV at night with my husband on the couch, and like that's my end of the night now. I don't want to go, like, even if I get motivated, I just don't really feel like going up to go put on ballet clothes and do all that. Like, nah. So it's just been a change of life. It's not that I'm like done with YouTube or anything like that. I still love it when I come up with ideas, but like it really is just that like photography has kind of taken my passion now. I mean, it already was there, but it's more so there now than it ever was before. I love taking like ballet photos in my ballet space. I still do that a lot, and I share a lot of those like on Instagram or on my TikTok again. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. And so I want to come on here and explain if that wasn't clear before. I'm really sorry that I haven't been doing more of that. It's just kind of, it's gonna kind of come and go. If you guys have like thoughts on maybe specific videos you would like, I don't do any teaching, so I'm not doing any like bar exercises or any feet exercise. I don't do any of that. I don't teach. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I don't feel comfortable giving tips on stretching or anything, so don't ask me those ones because that will not be a thing. But like little things that you guys would be interested in, I can try occasionally to do some of those. Anymore, I don't really have like the same like brain power that's telling me here's a good YouTube video. Anymore, it's here's a good TikTok video, and that's what I end up doing. So, but I get it more now from some of my favorite creators. As much as I still hate to see that they also don't do the same things that I used to love from them, I get it, and I have to be okay with that because obviously I've thought the same things now. So that's where we're at, and I just wanted to update you guys, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and if you're in the US, hope you have a great Thanksgiving next week because I probably won't make a video before then. Oh, I also wanted to tell you guys, I am going to Nutcracker. My husband said he will make it a priority that we go to Nutcracker every year, which is awesome because that's my favorite. But I don't love Cincinnati Ballets because they have like the poodles and the hippo and stuff that it seems like a joke to me, and I want a serious Nutcracker, so we're just gonna keep trying different ones. So this year we're gonna go to Dayton Ballets. So that'll be in like, I don't know, sometime in December. But that's all I have today.